Every time you betray your intuition to keep someone comfortable, you create distance between yourself and your peace. Greetings and blessings, my butterflies. Welcome back. This is our morning metamorphosis message. This is our opportunity to set the intention to embrace, transmute, or surrender any energies we encounter, depending on which one's for our highest good. Always remember, you won't always resonate, but if you do, my butterflies, help by supporting the channel for me. I greatly appreciate it. My butterflies, the energy this morning, well, the energy every morning, it aligns with our message, with our motto here, with our goal, with our intention. And our intentions is intentional healing. We are healing intentionally, my butterflies. Now, on first glance, when we look at this spread and we see the first card we see is boundaries, the first thing you may think of is building walls, putting up, barriers. But this card is actually saying, with it being in our morning metamorphosis reading, it's saying build those boundaries that honor our peace. The boundaries card says saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. So this isn't about pushing people away, my butterflies. This is about recognizing that every yes to something misaligned can become a no to your own well-being. And then we have this energy being clarified by the voice of the heart. Now, the voice of the heart energy, it really softens this reading. It says, I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. This energy, my butterflies, it feels like a reminder. A reminder to us that healthy boundaries aren't rooted in fear. They're not rooted in anger. They're rooted in self-trust. Because when we quiet fear, guilt, that need for external approval, we can finally hear the wisdom that's been within us all along. And that's where the authentic messages, those ones that resonate for us, they come from the voice of our heart. So these two cards today, my butterflies, they're speaking solely to understanding that boundaries are necessary, not walls. Because with boundaries, you still leave an open space to be able to listen to the voice of your heart. Walls block out, anything coming in or going out, my butterflies. The overall energy underneath the bottom of the deck is situational single. This situational single energy says temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better, not settling. So this energy is the overall truth. This is the hidden truth. This is what's going on beneath the surface, whether we're, thinking about it or, actively thinking about it or not. So this energy, it's what ties everything together. Because whether you are literally, my butterflies, whether you are literally living single or not, this card is really just talking about embracing solitude rather than settling. So this could be, in your romantic relationship. This could be in those platonic relationships. This could be in those environments that you have yourself in. But this is choosing to embrace that solitude rather than selling for things that don't make you feel good, things that don't serve you. Because there's strength in waiting for what aligns instead of accepting what merely feels, a temporary void. So this message isn't just about relationships. It could be. So you use your discernment always, my butterflies, and put it where it may fit. But like I said, this could also apply to friendships, family dynamics, your habits, the commitments that we make with ourselves, or even careers. Because every boundary that we put up, it is an act of self-respect. So, my butterflies, always, always, always remember that our intuition, it often whispers to us before our circumstances even begin shouting at us. So we don't need permission to protect our peace. Choosing solitude is not the same as, being or feeling abandoned. Sometimes in that space, in that moment, in that room of solitude, that's where clarity is born. So be mindful that the fear of disappointing others should never, ever, ever outweigh the cost of abandoning yourself. Because waiting on what's aligned for you is an act of faith, not failure. My butterflies, I want to leave us with an affirmation, something that we can use to stay grounded and in line with this energy. And our affirmation for today, my butterflies, is going to be, I trust the wisdom of my heart. I want us to always remember to choose peace over people pleasing. Sometimes the healthiest yes that we can ever make begins with a courageous no. Until next time, my butterflies, always remember that my healing is your healing and your healing is mine. So let's transform together. Welcome to your Metamorphosis, butterflies, and until next time, you all have a safe, loved, and blessed rest of your day.